going to be fabulous.
John Bryan's going to bring one. That'll even smell great.
Oh, that's super. That's super.
So we're back, and we're glad you're back.
It's a pleasure to be here. We'll carry on now with TGI4. We may show you some more pictures of Satellite 4 a little later on, but first we want to tell you about a fiddle family. You know, parents are always complaining that their kids are just fooling or fiddling around. And here's a family now where the parents actually encourage fiddling. In fact, they have made it their business.
The Osmonds and the Jacksons better watch out because the Rosanders are ready for their big break. Their name, All Our Kids, says it all. 6 kids, ages 2 to 16, headed up by Mom and Dad Rosander. This country western fiddlin' family started performing about a year and a half ago. They live in Vacaville, so up until now their stage has been primarily the streets of Sacramento. But Showbiz and All Our Kids clicked right off the bat, so they're now headed for Pier 39 in San Francisco.
Everybody said you got to go to San Francisco if you want to get discovered, so we started bringing them over here a year ago last summer, and we've been coming over regularly every week since.
Hey, we're going to be there in just a few more minutes, you guys. Time to start packing things up a little bit, all right?
Neither Mary nor Rick Rosander grew up with fiddles in their hands. They sort of fell into the music business.
Mary and I ran a group home for juvenile delinquents a few years ago, and while we were working there, we noticed that one of the common links that there was, one of the common problems, or the most common problem, was the fact that none of these boys had a steady hobby or any kind of an interest outside of trouble. And so they spent most of their time getting into trouble. And we decided right then and there that one of our main goals was to have something for our children to do.
The daily pace that the Rosanders keep in order to make All Our Kids work is more hectic than lots of families could handle. Practice, travel time, and performing hardly leaves time for anything else.
What is deciduous again?
Last January, almost a year ago, we had to start teaching them at home because of our performance and rehearsal schedule. In order to keep up with their studies, we needed a schedule where we could just get in all the time here and there that we could. So car travel is a good time to do schoolwork.
Good girl.
It's not really a business, it's just something we enjoy. We're together all the time and we like that, we enjoy that.
I think we'd love to be an inspiration for other families.
Roses, paper roses, oh how real those roses seem to be. But they're only invitation, like your invitation love for me.
Before we ever take any job, we always sit down and say, okay, does everybody want to do this job? And I make sure that they realize the commitment they're making, and no one is ever forced to make the commitment.
I love being up on stage. I just love with the audience, eye-to-eye contact and stuff. And I like making money at what I do, what I love to do.
We've got a couple of tip jars out here. On Pier 39, the street performers are paid by the audience, so we do appreciate tips whenever possible.
You can catch All Our Kids at a free concert, Pier 39 in San Francisco. But you better hurry, because with dedication like theirs, All Our Kids may not be a free show for long.
Success will be when we don't need to street perform, when all our jobs are indoors and paid performances. And the kids really want to get a chance to do some recording. They'd love to hear themselves on the radio. And they want to be on Johnny Carson's show, another big goal of theirs. And the other goal is to get to the Grand Ole Opry.
What a great
Very
scam.
good.
To get tips, you send the youngest and the cutest in the family out to walk around. And who's going to turn her down? That's
No,
great.
and I bet you they could get a gig on Johnny Carson. What do you bet?
Pretty easily.
I would
easily.
think.
Well,
he'll
let's
love
work on that. We're in NBC.
All right,
We'll work on that.
All right.
Coming up.